So you're interested in learning a bit more about the consulting industry and whether it'd be a good fit for you. Is this what you picture when you think of consulting? People often hold the impression that, like in this video, consultants sit in a boardroom and dish out fancy, expensive advice. And while some elements may find origins in truth, there's a lot more to the consulting industry than most media portrays. Webster's dictionary defines consulting as the act of giving professional advice. This is a very broad statement and includes a wide array of professions including doctors, lawyers, and accountants. So what kind of advice are we talking about? Well, at times, companies require a level of expertise that their current employees cannot provide. For example, when deciding whether to enter a new market, improving the effectiveness of the current business, or implementing new software and training employees to use it. In these cases, the company can hire and train individuals to address this lack of expertise, or the company can look outside for this help. The reality is that consulting is incredibly diverse, and many scenarios are far from what you just saw. Firms may specialize in different industries like energy, healthcare, finance, or nonprofit, and focus on various aspects of helping those businesses, from strategy to operations to IT or engineering. And accordingly, the work that these firms do and the roles these consultants play vary quite a bit. So what do consultants actually do? Well, let's take three types of consulting as an example: strategy, operations, and IT. Strategy consulting firms may help companies analyze market data to determine which markets in Latin America to enter or whether production should be moved to Asia for lower cost. Operations firms may help analyze a company's internal operations in order to find opportunities for improvement. For example, to help a chocolate company make more to supply growing demand, or improve quality of paint production so they can stay competitive in the marketplace. And technical consulting firms may have projects focused on integrating a new software system with existing systems, or support detailed design of a new power plant.
And typical responsibilities of a consultant will vary depending on the industry, the specialization, and even the culture of the firm. So depending on the kind of firm that you're at, the nature of the work that you're doing as well, what you do every day could include things like analyzing data and problem solving. It could also include leading teams and coaching clients, working directly with them. And it can also include things like building presentations or implementing software. So who can you be doing this with? You could potentially work alone, or with a small group of people from your firm. You also can work directly with clients, so either in small or large groups. And where does this take place? Well, you can be working from your office or the client's office. You can also be out in the field, or you could be flying to a different city every single week. So there are a lot of great reasons to choose consulting. Firstly, there's an opportunity and potential for an incredible challenge and the ability to have an impact right away. You get exposure to many different industries and business leaders because the kind of work that you're doing can change very frequently.
So I thought I wanted to work for a racing team, like Indy or NASCAR, coming out of school. And I had all these electrical and mechanical engineering skills that I wanted to put to good use. And what I found was, through learning more about these careers and doing a few internships, that career path would end up with me designing one part the first year, then maybe 3 the next, and 5 and 7, and then it would take me 10 or 15 years to actually have an impact on a broad system that you could actually walk up to a car and notice. And what I really love about consulting is that it allows me to use all of these engineering skills, which I find incredibly exciting, in a broader setting. So I get to work with a client to make a very large impact on their bottom line while also getting some of the same things that I would get in an engineering job.
So coming out of school, I knew I wanted to look for one thing in my job, and that was to never stop learning. And I loved consulting because it's given me the opportunity to always be challenged, whether that means understanding very clearly where my piece of work sits in the bigger picture, or understanding how my team's work impacts the client's bottom line, or leading others, or simply being able to adapt to a constantly changing environment that's very dynamic, whether that means different industries or interacting with client members from different levels of the organization. And I think all these skills set me up to do really anything in the future, from more consulting to working in industry to graduate school or any other number of options.
The question to consider is, what's right for you? If you remember only one thing, just remember that the consulting industry is incredibly diverse, and there are a lot of options to choose from. You should choose the right path for you, and hopefully consider consulting as one of those options.